Welcome to the Oklahoma Venture Forum podcast. Today we have Brian Bomar from Whiteboard CRM is going to tell us about his short presentation.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate having me out today. So today we're just going to talk about kind of really how a new tech startup came to be. I actually run two companies. My wife and I started Cornerstone Home Lending here in Oklahoma 11 years ago, largest lender in the state, and we built Whiteboard initially for us. And then we felt like if we could build something that would really solve our needs and automate our sales and follow up and client experience processes, that the rest of the mortgage industry would probably be pretty excited about that. And so we built it for us and then just have gone out and sold it to the world.
So it started as an idea for your company. It became more than just an idea, it became a real product, and then you've spun it off now, right? Explain that process.
Yeah, something like that. So to really understand it, you've got to go back before I got in the mortgage business. When I was 19, I went to go work for Mode Software. I ended up being their top sales guy and going into sales management. So I had developers, and I learned kind of the benefits of building custom systems that could really automate and increase the efficiency of salespeople. So when I got in the mortgage industry, I was always seeking that. I was always wanting to do better and create better marketing, sales automation, follow-up, things like that. Finally, at some point, we got big enough where I could kind of afford to make that type of an investment. And so, yeah, we built it for us. We kind of prototyped it. We tested it. And then once it went live, we thought, okay, this costs a lot of money to build, so we need to go sell it to other people. To get a good ROI on what we built, and it's kind of gone from there. Since we started it, we've had a ton of great traction and success. We've pretty much doubled our sales every year since we've launched, and we're in our fourth year right now of launch. We've won. Housing Wire's named us as one of the 100 most innovative companies in real estate technology for the last 2 years. And we just closed a Series A that I2E led, and right now in kind of the post kind of Series A fury, we're just building a really great team and putting a lot of focus and energy and becoming world-class at building technology, but also world-class at selling it and helping our customers achieve success inside the platform.
Obviously, funding from I2E is extremely important, but what else came with the relationship with I2E that's helped the business?
Yeah, so I've really been appreciative of kind of the role that I2E kind of played. They've obviously bring some great advice and some great counsel, a ton of great connections that they've helped us out with. And then one thing that is maybe I didn't quite appreciate when I came into the deal is I2E really has provided good signaling, not just for other investors who came in on the Series A, but also as we're going out and recruiting young developers who are looking for an exciting place to work. Some of the press releases and some of that stuff have been helpful for us to convince them to choose us over maybe a more safe bet, but a more boring bet as well. And so it's been really good. And since the Series A, we've been able to identify some extremely talented people, get them on board that I don't think we would have been able to get had we not closed that.
And it's being an entrepreneur is hard enough, but now you went from running one company to two companies. Yeah. How are you juggling all that?
It's really hard. It's not something I'd recommend for most people. I'm extremely disciplined with my time. I wake up about 4 to 4:30 most mornings. I usually leave the house by about 5:45. I don't waste a second. I had some meetings. I had about 20 minutes of downtime before I came here. I went and knocked out 13, 14 emails and got answers to people, got things moving. So it's extremely efficient. And then work really hard, and when I'm done, I rest really hard. I do need to say no to a lot of things. There's a lot of things that are good but not important, and I have to say no to those things if they're not important. And then lastly is really finding and developing great leaders, like people that can take ownership over one part of the business. And that's on both sides of both companies, but finding really great leaders that I can trust, that can do excellent work, that can do it as good or even better than I can, and really empowering them and entrusting them. On the mortgage side, my ops manager came to me about a question right before I came here, and I just said, hey, I trust you, make the best decision. I got to go. But if you have really great people, you can do that. Now, kind of the counter side of that is I have extremely high expectations, and I'm really brutally honest with people like what it's going to be like working on the team. And there's going to be a really high bar, and there's going to be really high expectations, and we've got to come in every day and really be world class at what we're doing, because in business nobody's going to give you anything. You've got to fight for everything, and you're not going to win unless you're world class at everything that you're doing.
Last question.
Yeah.
Any advice you want to give to Oklahoma business owners, entrepreneurs, etc., about being successful?
Yeah. So I would say, in the business side, I would really, I would emphasize as much as you can, get customers, get paying customers, and treat them well and get more of them. Everything else that you need to do, everything else you need to accomplish is going to be so much easier if you're getting customers. If you need to raise capital, it's going to be a lot easier to raise capital if you have paying customers. A lot of people have ideas. Really paying customers, that's going to be signaling to everybody that you have something that really has traction, that people are going to want to do. It also proves that you execute. You don't know to what degree you execute, but at least you execute something, because it takes a lot of hard work to convince someone to give you money for your product. So I would just focus on that, and grow that as much as you can. And if you need to raise capital, you need to bring in, some partners or some help or whatever, that's fine. There's a time to do that, but until you get to that point, just get more customers and get paying customers a day.
Thank you, Brian, for speaking to the Oklahoma Venture Forum today and being part of our podcast. We look forward to hearing all about Whiteboard CRM today.
Awesome. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.